This is our full unboxing and hands-on of the Galaxy Buds 4 Pro. Welcome back to SamMobile TV. You're here with Daniel. We have got the Galaxy Buds 4 Pro in the house. So we're going to unbox it, show you the setup process, and show you all the new features, both design and software, that you need to know. Starting with the unboxing, it's quite simple to unbox. It's pretty much a Samsung Buds product that has had the same packaging for the last few years. Take it out of the packaging, you've got everything you need in there, and you've got the Buds. Immediately what strikes you is how different the design is versus the Buds 3 Pro. Samsung have gone with a completely different case design, and by different, it actually more resembles the case designs of the past. So I have the Buds 4 Pro here and the Buds 2 Pro here, the old generation squircle case. Now you can see the bottom of the case design is pretty much the same, but Samsung have changed the material. They've gone away from this rubber that was on the Buds 2 Pro to this kind of like matte textured plastic that actually the Buds 3 FE had. One moment. So the Buds 3 FE kind of actually have pretty much the same color and texture on the case. The Buds 3 Pro, bringing them in, you can see they're a little bit different. It's almost like a shimmery, shiny silver, whereas you've got here like a more matte sort of grey, darker color with the Buds 4 Pro. The Galaxy Buds 4 Pro don't just come in black either. Samsung are launching them in other colors. I only have the black with me, but the other colors they come in, you've got this nice pink gold color, and you've got a really stark white, which looks incredibly clean. We checked them out in our hands-on over in San Francisco, and the colors just look sensational. Got to admit that pink gold looks phenomenal. You can just see the difference in the case design. Samsung have gone back away from this design here, which was kind of like the AirPods Pro. Samsung almost were like trying to fit in, and then the Buds 4 Pro, they've now gone back to this style of case, and I think it's much better for it. Flipping the lid open and looking at the design of each bud, you can see what Samsung have done here is quite drastic. So this triangular sort of design pattern that they had for the Buds 3 Pro is gone. So that sort of angular, sharp triangle is gone away, and Samsung have gone back to what looks like a bit of like a rounded stem with a nice flat area. And I really like what they've done. They've got this polished sort of aluminium sort of look about it, and it feels really nice and premium versus the stem and the blade design from the Buds 3 Pro. The actual bud itself hasn't changed too much. It is smaller in size, which actually does make it more comfortable, and I'll talk about comfort in a moment. But that smaller size means it's not digging in the ears as much, and you can sort of see that. The other design change from the Buds point of view is where it charges from. You've got the contact points here for the Buds 4 Pro versus the charging point on the bottom for the Buds 3 Pro. And that's just because down to the case design, you could just see the charging connectors there on the Buds 4 Pro, and the Buds 3 Pro, they're down deep into there. The other design change is to do with the touch area. So Samsung have made it a lot easier to identify the touch area on the Buds 4 Pro. You can see like a little concave bit, and that's sort of how you can find with a groove where you're meant to actually interact from a touch control point of view. Buds 3 Pro didn't have that. Samsung kind of just made you guess. And when you pressed it, there was a button that kind of clicked. This also has that same button internally, but when you actually feel around it with it on, it's much, much easier. The setup process has become a lot easier with the Buds 4 Pro 2. You flip the lid and everything is done in that bottom third of the display. You don't ever have to go to the wearables app or anything like that. It's all just connected through there. It's very, very quick, very, very seamless. Samsung showed us in Sydney, there's going to be a quick panel toggle. I haven't seen it yet because I haven't got an S26 Ultra at the time of recording. I do have the S25 Ultra, and that is what I've paired it to. So we're going to go through some of the settings that you can control, some of the new stuff with the Buds 4 Pro that I think is quite impressive. Okay, so I'm going to take these out of their case and pop them in. So they're connected. And whilst they're in, I'm just going to quickly talk about the fit. They are comfy. These actually just sit in the ear, very lightweight, and it just fits phenomenally. I can't describe to you enough how comfortable they are without having to, reach through the camera and give them to you to try on yourself. Stop looking at my eyes. Look at the Buds. There you go. They're just really comfy to wear, and you could wear them all day. In fact, I have been wearing them quite a bit, and they're great. I'll talk about the sound in a moment. So we go into the settings, and you'll see the buds are right there. And then if we go into the software, let's show you the new stuff. So first of all, the earbud controls, which is the pinch and hold. I'll show you how it all works with the area, the defined area that Samsung have made. So you can control it from a media point of view. You got pinch to play pause, double pinch for next track, triple pinch and swipe up and down to control volume. You can control the pinch and hold options here with digital assistant. So you've got Google, which I think will now default you to Gemini, and you've got Bixby, and then there's also the interpreter option that's been built into there, or switching noise controls. So you can control the left or right one depending on your preference. And then you've got answer call or end call, but I'll show you a much cooler way to do that in a moment. So let's put on some music. I went to see Good Charlotte live last night, so let's just rock and roll with that because it's punk rock, pop punk, whatever you want to call it. All right, turn it down just so nothing comes through with the microphone. Copyright doesn't hit me. So you've got the area, which you can immediately feel. Wonder if I can show you here. So you press it. I can hear a click. It stops. I can press it again and it'll restart. Double press. Next track. Triple one. Go back to the previous one. And then if I want to swipe up or swipe down, that's the volume, and then swipe up. And you can sort of see it working in real time. It's cool, and it works and functions really, really great. Let's go back into the settings and look at head gestures. So this is a new one. Samsung have enabled head gestures for answering or rejecting the phone call. So I'm going to make a phone call. You can sort of learn how you can do it. So you can hit try, nod your head, success, and then go next, and then shake your head, success. So let's just show you how it works. So I'll make a phone call. Okay, so it's calling, nod, answered. And obviously I can also use the pinch to zoom, the pinch to hang up as well. That's part of it. I don't know why I said pinch to zoom. It's nothing to do with this whatsoever. And then you've also got the option to hang up the call from here as well. So calls now hang up. It's very fun and works very, very quickly. And that's just part of the new sort of accessibility suite of features that Samsung have got built in to the software here. There was a new earbuds check for updates screen. I think that just is more in line with when you're at 8.5 versus anything else, but it just gives you a new visual to check for updates, which I thought was quite neat. Software's up to date. All the other stuff from a settings point of view is very similar. What Samsung have said is that the sound quality has been improved thanks to bigger speakers. And honestly, let me tell you, it's 100% accurate. Obviously, I don't have the tools to show you the sound quality and output from these, but just from my own personal listening experience and pure vibes, yeah, it's great. All of the settings that you could want are in here. You've got the 360 audio settings. You've got the equalizer that you can customize or choose from a bunch of options. Hot tip, always choose dynamic. You've got adjust sound to fit, and you've got some advanced quality options, which gives you the option to add in UHQ for 96 kilohertz sampling rate. So that's all in there. All that stuff is this. The last thing I want to demonstrate here with these is the microphone quality. Honestly, unreal. Honestly, the 360 audio recording is so good that I think these would definitely work as a microphone out in the field. So I can easily see myself putting these in my pocket whenever I'm heading out. Like for example, right now, this is the Z Fold 7 with me recording with the rear cameras. And this microphone quality, this is absolutely enough for out in the field talking. I love this. This with air conditioners on in the car too, so it's not like it's quiet. So anyway, you let me know. So they are the Buds 4 Pro, and that is the design, that is the software, and they sound amazing. These things are honestly so comfortable to wear long term. I think a lot of people are going to enjoy having these Buds 4 Pro in their ears and using them with their Samsung ecosystem. So return to form for Samsung with the Buds, back to how I think they should always make them in this case design. Hit subscribe to SamMobile TV. You can go check us out on all of our socials and our other platforms as well as our website, sammobile.com, to catch up on all the latest Samsung news, reviews, and launches, which we are currently in right now. See you guys next time. Thanks.